Randy, was that just how you drew that one up?
Just how I drew it up, yep. Next question. I think we were very opportunistic tonight. I don't think that you could say that that we were one where we were going to say we're going to bottle that and take that to the bank tomorrow and say, hey, we felt good about ourselves from an execution standpoint and from I guess a defensive standpoint, an energy standpoint. We didn't seem to have any energy in our forecheck, and we were receiving, and then we stopped skating, but we won.
Randy, how much did Jonathan make a difference, especially in the first half of that?
Well, again, he made some big stops for us, early in the hockey game, and then it seemed like we'd weather a little bit of a storm, we'd get a chance, and we'd score. So it made us feel good about ourselves, and he was the main reason that we got ourselves in a position to win the hockey game.
You talked a lot about making home ice mean something. Your predecessor used to talk about midweek games and how dead it was in the building. Tonight, at the end, there's the most noise I remember hearing.
Yeah, I don't feel that way about this building. I think at times we've been guilty of not giving them something to cheer about. Simple as that. That's our responsibility too. We're in the entertainment business, and winning hockey is entertaining hockey.
You feel that at the end, though? The sound in the building?
Oh yeah, but I felt it all year, really. I think over specifically the last little while, our fans have been very energetic and very vocal and have been very supportive of our group.
Did you like David's goal to get things going in the third period, an indication of how hard he has to work to get back to where he once was?
Yeah, again, it's been a long road, and when you don't, you miss a pile of time, and the team continues to march on. That's one thing about the life of a hockey player is when you're injured, the game doesn't stop. It just keeps going. And at times you're left at the bus stop waiting for your ticket, and now he's got a ticket to be on the bus, but now he's got to start over.
Was that more of what you were talking about this morning with the Kessel?
Yeah, again, I think we matched them up. We didn't play them up against Getzlaf or Kessler. So they should have, in my mind, they should have a good night if they're playing it up against the youth of Anaheim right now.
You used more than one person against Getzlaf.
Yeah.
Is that because he plays so much?
Well, I think he's a handful. He's a big-bodied guy. He's 220 pounds. He's a prototype NHL big center. He's got skill. He can beat you in power. He can out-muscle you. He can out-skill you. And he has a knack of making big plays in situations. So just felt that it would be better for us to have a two-prong approach versus just relying on one of our centers to play up against him. I thought we switched. We started with Kadri with him, and then we went to Holland. And then we switched it back and forth a few times for face-offs and wherever it was.
You're 14-0-0 in games that you scored the first goal. Is there a reason for that?
You gotta like it. I don't know. Other than I don't know what to say to you. I'm sorry. I think we'd rather take that, and we'll just keep riding the wave if we can.
There are the nights when the shot clock might be a little bit misleading in terms of a lot of their shots seem to come from the outside.
Well, I think the one flurry they had was 4-on-4, and I think they had the puck for about 2 minutes in our zone. They got one shot on it. That's what the shot clock indicated. So you feel good about it from that standpoint, but you're holding your breath because they had multiple opportunities to take the puck to the net, but they didn't get it to the net. So you look at it and then you exhale and then you review it and say, hey, they only got one shot, so let's relax in there, boys. So that's the message you try to send to your players in that situation.
Randy, a month ago, he was sitting in that chair after the Nashville game. Someone would have walked up to you at that moment and said, you're going to go 10-1-1 right after tonight. What would have been your honest reaction at that moment?
You're crazy. You're real. Obviously, as I've stated before, I think it was an event for our group. That 9-2 kicking at the hands of Nashville was an event for our hockey club, and you guys are part of it. And that's what happens when you lose 9-2 in this market. Not going to change. That's not going to change. It's embarrassing, and it's one of the things that hopefully it crystallized our group, and I think it has done. and then the salute gate or whatever you want to call it was it around the next game. So it was like there was events that happened that changed our group, changed the way we played. Now I feel that we are slipping, that we have to, the last couple of games, we have to get back to that more energetic, that more stop and go, more straight line hockey. And we do have some players that are continuing to do it, but I think that as a whole, I would believe that we feel our game has slipped here a little.
Have you seen Nazem Kadri have a better stretch than this in your time here?
No, I think he's relishing in the opportunity to play up against some of the better players. I think he's taking that role on, and I think again, and it's just not Nazi. I think it's the sum of the parts that when you have Santorelli and we've played Winnick with them, that they're a reliable group on the ice and they respect the puck. By that is they're not trading chances. They have created their own chances. They've cycled the puck in the opposition zone. They've kept the puck down low. They've kept the opposition's best players 200 feet away from our net.
Thanks, Coach.